Hey guys, it is time for our last video. As you can see, it's nighttime now. I had hoped to come on in the afternoon, but that's the great thing about coaching is that we can make it fit our schedule. So I had a kid come home sick from school, and then it was teacher conferences, and so I am here now. I don't know if any of you are going to be able to pop on live like I had hoped to ask some questions. If you have other questions, you can post them below, but I'm just going to kind of go through some of the common ones that we hear, and hopefully it covers some of what you might be wondering. I wrote them down. So people wonder like, oh, I'm not so sure I have time to coach. Here's the thing. It doesn't take a lot of time. And really in the beginning, I'd say, gosh, max an hour a day, and it doesn't have to be a solid chunk. So some people do like little pockets of time. If you're working, then they'll do a little bit in the morning, a little bit at lunchtime, some at the evening. If you have little kids, they'll do it like nap times and bedtime. It's not like this, you have to sit down for 4 to 5 hours and get it done. If you have time right now to watch Netflix or to scroll Facebook or to scroll Instagram, you have time to do this. So don't worry about that. For workouts, same thing. We have workouts that range from like 20 minutes to an hour and a half. So you can build those into your day. We have the newest program is just 4 days a week. So that's really easy to make work. And that one is only 30-ish minutes. So time-wise, this is totally possible. We live in a society where busy is better. And so we all feel like we're so busy, but I promise you, you can find the time to do this and to be super successful. Okay, so some people are like, oh, I already go to the gym. That's fine too. Like I'm a trainer, I teach at a gym. When I first started it, I was working more heavily out at gyms and teaching classes. This isn't to take people away from what they're already doing. It's to help them be even more successful. So if they're runners, they might need more stretching, or you might need more stretching. Like today I taught a class and it was a heavy boxing class, and I had some guys in it and they were really strong. And so I needed to stretch out my shoulders. So I did some yoga and active recovery from Beachbody On Demand. So it can fit any lifestyle. If you're like to work out outside, if you like to go to the gym, if you're an instructor, if you have favorite classes, like if you want to hike, all of those things. So don't worry about it if you are like, I don't want to give up my gym membership. You don't have to. Okay, here's one we also get a lot. I don't know how to find people. None of us come into this like knowing how to do it or to find the right people. So that's what our trainings are for. That is what your sponsor is for. We have all the tools you need to get this. You don't have to figure it out on your own. You will get there. What to say? How to learn how to do it. So this is the same kind of thing. Like, how do I learn how to do this? We're a family, like I've said a couple of times in here. So we have, like I said, multiple trainings, one-on-one coaching with your sponsor. You can have one-on-one time with me. We have documents you can go through. It also depends kind of on how you learn. So we have videos you can watch. We have documents that you can read. There's just, if you want resources, we have them. So you don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, so the other one that I hear a lot is cost. So this is a lot different than some of the other businesses that you've probably heard of or seen or maybe been a part of. The only cost to you is your actual health and fitness, which like just blows my mind because I've been approached as a trainer by tons of different companies. Like one of them, the startup fee was like $6,000. Monthly fees can be really high. For trainers, if you're trying to do programming, software programming can be really high. If you're part of masterminds, that's really high. If you have a gym membership, that's really high. If you're trying to eat healthy at home, that cost can be high. So there's a couple of different ways to come into the business. So I'll talk like the most basic way and then the way that we recommend. So the sign-up fee in the US, we'll just go US, is $39.95. Like where else can you open your own business and get access to websites and customer lists and programming and private apps for $40? Okay, so that is like the most basic way to do it. The way that we recommend is to get a challenge pack. And that is kind of like a bundling of health in a box. So that gives you a year of access to Beachbody On Demand. So that for us is like the Netflix of fitness. That's over 3,000 workouts, everything from like Tai Ching to Insanity to the new Lift 4 program to the Shift Shop that's coming out. There is a Fixate nutrition channel. There's postpartum workouts. There's like an entire yoga channel. There's yoga for athletes, like specific to runners and that sort of thing. There was a like reality TV show in there, Picking a Trainer. There, all the programming is in there, so that is like huge. And then you get to a month of Shakeology. So we have 9 different flavors. You can talk to your sponsor about that, but I think it's really key to try that for at least a month. We do also, which is awesome, have a bottom of the bag guarantee. So you can try it for a month and be like, I don't like this, and send it back. And then depending on the program that you pick, you can get some other materials. Some come with the Portion Fix containers. Some come with portion specific things, like the Lift 4 comes with bands and the actual printed materials for the program. And those kind of range anywhere from like $140 to $170 for what we're talking about now. But if you look at the value that you get in there, it's crazy. And then we're talking about your health here. So like if you separated all of that out, you save well over $100. Plus you're getting to see what you'll be using with people. You get to start taking care of yourself. It's just the best way to do it. And if you do it that way, then the sign up fee is waived, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so that is what we usually recommend. So that would be the next step, is like talking with your sponsor, seeing what your goals are, how you want to jump into this. If there's a program you specifically want to start out with, you can also just do the BOD in general. BOD is Beachbody On Demand. So here's the thing I also want to say. You get access to a lot of things business-wise. So you may be worried that it's kind of like other companies where you have to have inventory or you have to have parties, or you know, it's nothing like that. So we never have to worry about client information, even like cell phone numbers. We never look at their credit card numbers, none of that. We literally, you just talk with a person, find out what their needs are, create a link for them of what you think that they will be most successful with, and it emails it to them, and then Beachbody takes care of the rest in the back office. So they just show up in there as one of your customers. You can see what they ordered, when it shipped. They can check in there if they want to in the Super Gym, but you have all of your customers in there. You can send emails through there. You can track your entire business. You can, we put in our EFTs for getting paid. We get paid every Thursday. And I'm not going to go into how pay works, because that's like beyond kind of the scope of this call. But if you have specific questions, you can ask me. But we get paid every Thursday. What else does it have back there? There's training in there. There's videos. There's challenge group guides. So as you start to run your own challenges, you don't even have to come up with your own content yourself. Each program has its own challenge group guide. So there's content and pictures and videos for every day. I always say don't copy and paste. Like, we like to tweak it and make it your own personality, but literally the resources there are just crazy for you. There's also in the training videos, like information about all the ingredients in Shakeology, and information from the Harvard medical doctor that created our plant-based performance line. We now have a protein type of snack bar that rivals like RX Bar and the Perfect Bar and Lara Bar and all of those. So all of the information that you want is in there. And then beyond that, so you would get into the business in one of the ways that I talked about. And then your ongoing fee is $15.95 a month in the United States. And that is just literally to maintain your back office. So it maintains your customer lists. Hey, Jordy. It maintains your customer lists. It'll show what they ordered, when they ordered, like I talk about. It'll look and the list of your coaches. It'll let you track where your volume is for the month. Like, everything you could think you need to keep track of is just set up in there, and that's what that covers for the month. I also like to say that it covers the mastermind of our team. I've been a part of masterminds before, or sometimes there are like personal development groups that you can be a part of, and that is all kind of included in that as well. So I'm trying to think of what other questions I could cover. We did time, gym, how to find people, how in the heck am I going to learn what to do, the overall cost. Yeah, I think those are the ones that we usually get. So next step would be to reach out to the coach that invited you to this. If they don't reach out, you can reach out to them, or you can reach out to me with questions, and we can talk about what the next steps, like I said, are for you. Remember, you were invited to this because someone thought you would be an amazing addition to our team. So we don't, like I said, we don't invite everybody because we think this team is pretty special, and we're excited to have you a part of it. So reach out to the coach that reached out to you. And if you have questions about those next steps, let me know. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the Team Firestarters page and welcoming you to everybody else.